A closer look this morning at the astronomical cost of cancer drugs in the U.S. Last night on 60 Minutes, Lesley Stahl found some doctors are pushing back against the pharmaceutical companies. The physicians include Dr. Leonard Saltz of Memorial Sloan Kettering in New York City, one of the nation's premier cancer centers.
Dr. Saltz's battle against the cost of cancer drugs started in 2012 when the FDA approved Zaltrap for treating advanced colon cancer. Saltz compared the clinical trial results of Zaltrap to those of another drug already on the market, Avastin. He says both target the same patient population, work essentially in the same way, and when given as part of chemotherapy, deliver the identical result, extending median survival by 1.4 months, or 42 days.
They look to be about the same. To me, it looked like a Coke and Pepsi sort of thing.
Then Saltz, as head of the hospital's pharmacy committee, discovered how much it would cost, roughly $11,000 per month, more than twice that of Avastin. So $5,000 versus $11,000. That's quite a jump. Did it have fewer side effects? Was it less toxic? Did it have something that would explain this double price?
If anything, it looked like there might be a little more toxicity in the Zaltrap study.
He contacted Dr. Peter Bach, Sloan Kettering's in-house expert on cancer drug prices. So, Zaltrap, one day your phone rings and it's Dr. Saltz. Do you remember what he said?
He said, Peter, I think we're not going to include a new cancer drug because it costs too much.
Had you ever heard a line like that before?
No, my response was, I'll be right down.
You ran down?
I think I took the elevator, but yes, exactly.
Our own Dr. David Agus leads the Westside Cancer Center at the University of Southern California. Joins us now from Los Angeles. Good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
So how do pharmaceutical companies decide what to charge?
It's whatever the market will bear. Basically, they choose their price. And when you have a patient with advanced cancer, an insurance company, you have to pay, especially the government, they have to pay what the insurance company charges. It's an inefficient system.
But one of the most eye-opening things last night, Dr. Agus, was when 60 Minutes pointed out in Lesley's piece that the drug was one price. They got a negative comment in the New York Times, and the next day they slashed it practically by half. So what needs to be done to prevent that, to make sure that that doesn't happen? Well,
drug pricing right now for cancer is an irrational exuberance. So right now we have to start to do it based on value. And we have to look at drugs and say, what value does it provide to the patient? And then there needs to be some rationale in that regard, because it's inefficient right now and it's unsustainable. And it's certainly not right for patients, and it's not right for the community.
Dr. Agus, you know the government through Medicare and Medicaid purchase billions of dollars in drugs. If they negotiated the price of these drugs, if those laws were available to do that, would this change things?
No question about it. Countries in Europe, for example, are allowed to negotiate, and they have a much cheaper drug system than we do now. The same thing as Canada. But the United States Medicare system doesn't negotiate with pharma. They pay whatever they put. Well, that's the current system in our laws. And certainly that needs to be changed. There needs to be a role for rational pricing.
So how do you create that role for rational pricing? What's the mechanism to do that other than finding a way to use the market?
Well, you have to look at what is the benefit to the patient and then qualify and quantify that and start to put a price based on that. So if a drug gives X return in one, let's say you treat lung cancer and it gives an extra 2 months, and you treat bladder cancer and it gives 10 months with almost no toxicity, you're going to charge differently based on each. And so there needs to be a system to look at it, which there isn't right now. It's charge whatever you want. It's a freewheeling system.
But are you going to tell and make it a law that the pharmaceutical companies cannot change anything, cannot charge but so much or get so much profit? Who's going to do the regulation?
Well, that's the great question, is who's going to do it? Is it going to be the FDA, of which in Europe a lot of it is done? Is it going to be Health and Human Services, Medicare? Is it going to be a separate agency? We need to figure these things out, and we need to think it through, because right now it's not sustainable. One of the biggest causes of bankruptcy now in the country is being diagnosed with cancer in the drugs. We have to change that.
Well, I think Lesley's report certainly got the ball rolling. Just quickly, were you surprised, as most people, by that report last night?
No, I mean, this has been around for a while. It's been about a year or two since these studies started to get out there, and it's great that 60 Minutes brought it to the forefront because patients and doctors need to stand up more.
That's right.
Good.
Thank you, Dr. David Agus. Thanks a lot.